My homeboys and homegirls. I know there's got to be some girls out there watching. Probably some hot chicks watching me too. They're like, man, that guy looks so hot on there. I wish I knew how to get a hold of him. Ain't gonna be hard. I'm just kidding. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Camping with Keith, the live edition. Did I stutter? Nope. So far, it's been an interesting day to say the fucking least. Losing my backpack today, that was not a good thing. That was terrible. I had everything in my backpack, dude. It was like everything was there. I was walking like this just didn't happen. There's no way this just didn't happen. How in the fuck did I lose my backpack? And when the fuck did I take? I'm like, I remember when I took it off, but I thought for sure put it back on. And I'm walking through the woods and I hear hello. I'm like, I stop for a minute. I'm like, did somebody just say something? He's like, yeah, hello, who's that? I'm like, it's Keith. I'm like, I'm just kind of passing through. You don't have nothing to worry about, bro. Oh, all right. What are you doing? So I'm just kind of like passing through. I'll be out of your way. I'm not trying to intrude. So I'll turn around. He goes, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going back here. I told you I'm passing through. I'm not going to touch this other guy's tent that's over there. And so I walked through there. And I know when I was talking to him, I had my chair on my back. I knew that at that point, but I didn't. I thought I'd taken my backpack off and then put the chair on my back and then left. And it's like, so I'm leave that little experience, or I guess I don't know when you talk about it. It was kind of weird, but anyways, I got to meet that dude, and I went to my spot. I'm sitting there, and I put down all my shit, and all of a sudden, I'm like looking around. I'm like, where the hell's my backpack? And I go like in the freak out mode because I'm like, where the fuck is my backpack, yo? And I'm like, I'm looking down at all my shit. I'm like, why is my backpack not sitting here with all my other stuff? I'm like, and I'm patting my back. I'm like, no, hell no. Where is my fucking backpack? I'm panicking. I mean, I'm talking like panicking. And I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, oh man, if I set my backpack down over there by the homeless dude, I guarantee he's gonna take it. I guarantee he's gonna take it. I'm like, oh man, I got so much shit, fucking meds. I got weed. I got all kinds of shit in my backpack, and it's like I got camera gear. It's just freaking out. So I'm walking back. I retraced my steps. I knew where I stopped and hadn't stopped, and so I just kept walking through this one spot. And I walked over to by the guy's tent. And I said, "Hey, buddy, I got a question." He's like, "What's that?" And I said, "Did you happen to walk out of your tent at all after I'd walked away?" And he's like, "Yeah, I walked over at that other tent just to make sure you weren't messing with it." I'm like, "Yeah, all right. I can't find my backpack, bro. Are you swear you don't have it?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, I don't have it, dude." He's like, you want, you can check my tent. You can check my shit." And she's like, so he lets me come in his tent, walk around this shit. And he's like, I'm asking, can you pick that blanket up for me, bro? I said, I'm not going to go dig through your stuff. I said, I just want to look under the, these, what I'm saying, a few obvious places where it would have been stashed. But cause didn't he only had so much time. If he found my backpack, I would have think he would either walk away with it and just never come back, or he would have started going through it real quick, and it would have been hard for him to hide that. But I didn't find it. The way he was acting, he didn't act like he had taken it. So I told him, and I said, dude, I'm like, I'll give you $20 if you can help me find my backpack. And he immediately hopped up and shit. And he's like, so he's walking around with me, and we're talking, and he's trying to create small talk. I'm freaking out about this shit. I'm from Canton, Ohio, bro. Sorry, I was talking real quick about a horror story that happened to me earlier today. But I ended up, that dude, he ended up started walking around with me, and we walked right back to where I had ended, where I realized there was an issue. And I looking around, and he's like, "You sure you didn't hang it in the tree?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "What about over here?" I'm like, "I didn't walk over there." I said, "I just stopped right here, and this is where I realized there was a problem." So I went ahead and we walked back, and I said, "I got to go back to where I started." I said, "Because I know I took my backpack off there, but I thought I had it on when I came through here." And he goes, "You had your backpack on. It was full of a bunch of shit." And I'm like, "Ugh, that tells me I didn't leave my backpack where I started." So I'm like, Screw it. So I keep walking and going back to where I started, and I'm like, there's no way it's going to be there. And then when I went around the one corner, it was hanging on this bush from where I stopped to answer my phone, text messages and shit real quick. But man, I told him, I gave him the $20. I was like, look, dude, I'm an honest person. I'll hook you up. I'm like, I'm not trying, you know what I'm saying? He walked around, got jaggers all over him and shit. So he was either acting really well or he just didn't know where it was. And I felt like it was later the two. And then we start talking, and he's like, he goes, you look really familiar. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of was thinking the same thing. He asked me what my name was. I told him Keith, and then he's like, asked what my last name was, and I told him, and his eyes got all big, and he goes, I used to date your sister. I'm like, oh my God. And then I looked at him, I was like, oh, I remember you from the one family gathering. I said, you come to one of them, and that was about it. He's like, yeah, your sister's crazy, man. She started talking to mannequin heads and having full-blown conversations with them and shit, and I just couldn't stick around for that. I'm like, oh, I said, I know she's crazy. All them people left already. Shit, I was gonna get ready to blow off one of my boomers. I have to wait a minute, see if get. Oh, we got 7 more people. Welcome back, everybody. I'm getting ready to blow off a boomer. I'm from Canton, Ohio. Canton, Ohio. I'm getting ready to blow off a boom boom. Here we go, y'all. Here's shit. This one's gonna be loud because I made these a little different. I say it every time. I need to throw them things farther away because that thing's gonna be loud as shit. This is gonna echo so loud. Oh God. Dude, those things are so fucking loud, man. Oh, I love that shit. Can I get a like for all that? Come on, everybody. Shit, I love that stuff. Hell yeah, from Brazil. That's what's up. Welcome, welcome. I'm from the United States. I guess I was saying Canton, Ohio. You probably don't even have a clue what I'm fucking talking about. But yeah, I'm from the United States of God blessed America. I guess you would. I don't know what else to say. God bless this mess, more or less. Hell yeah, welcome from the Americas. I always thought about going to Brazil. There's a few other countries I always thought that would be fun to go to. Check out the different culture. Intermingle with the locals. See if I can find me a hot chick and bring her home with me. Yeah, I ain't complaining. It's just there's just a lot of people in this country that complain about everything, and it's like people don't want to hear that shit. Especially when you like there's other people that are really struggling out there and have it really hard, and you got people over here that complain about how hard they got it, and they're driving around and see what I started banging around over here, and I just started off one of the neighbors. That's what I'm talking about. I love this fucking place. I'd yell all out loud and shit, but I know that homeless person. Actually, I think there's 2 of them over there behind me, not far. I'm waiting for him to come over here. Did you blow something up? I was gonna tell the dude that every time you hear a big banger out here, it's definitely me. Yeah, I love them bang bangs. Bang bangs. The bang 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 the bang bangs. Where is my tobacco pipe? Oh, I found it. How do I get in there? I have to get my fire going here in a little bit. I'm making me some grub tonight. I'm fucking so hungry. Don't mean to be cussing so much, y'all. I hope everybody that has stopped in here for a brief moment or decided to stick around enjoys watching my content. I basically do a lot of camping related. Most of my content's just in the outdoors. It doesn't have to be camping related, but most of it is. I go out primitive camping. I go out with only a few items. I bring some food. I bring my tarp, a chair, and sometimes I'm camping where I got a cot that I can lay on, which is nice. But usually I'm just stuck here in a freaking chair. I wish I had my cot. I don't feel like walking back over there to get it. That's far away. And I have to walk through the swamp. I don't want to walk through that swamp, get my feet all muddy. I don't want to get my feet muddy, because it sucks. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Shit, I only got 2 more of those left. Death, yeah, I want to get me some of them ones. It's gonna be a little chilly tonight, actually, because I mean, compared to the 90-degree weather where it was like almost still 75, closer to 80 at night, it's gonna be down in the 50s tonight. So I got me a decent amount of firewood. I should be good all night, and then into the day tomorrow, whenever I go home, however I get home, I gave my homeless dude my last $20. I should go back over there. Hey, buddy, can I get $1 from that $20 I gave you so I can ride the bus home? I I've met that dude, and that's just insane. I told him it's a small world. He must have knew about this place when he was dating my out, and how you kind of I found out about it was just not. I was living with my sister, and it just her and my nephew would fight all the time. The only peace of mind I could get was coming back here. I'd come back here. I remember it was so hot at my sister's trailer, man. It was like she didn't have AC. By 11 o'clock in the morning, the trailer was baking hot. And you couldn't sleep through that shit. She would sleep through the 85 muggy ass 1,000 cats trailer and just sleep like it's nothing. Wake up covered in sweat, and it's like, how do you sleep like that? I can't sleep that hot. I just can't. So it's just, I would come back here and hang out. I remember sitting just underneath trees and just where it was nice and shady, feel the breeze, smoke a bowl. I mean, just chill for the period that I was there, and then I'd have to go back home to deal with the bullshit again. But that's how I found out about this place. USA ain't that bad. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, go live somewhere else. I ain't trying to be rude or nothing, but damn, it's so much worse than other places. And some places you can't even say certain things or eat certain things. I mean, Christ, at least you got some freedom over here. It's being stripped away little by little, but this place does suck. I mean, but I'd just rather be here than other places. Screw Canada. I don't hate Canada. I don't want to go live there. And then this country has its ups and downs. That's for sure. No, that people think it's the American dream, and it's not. It's like you say, it's an illusion. It's all about money. If you ain't got the money, then you don't. That's pretty rough to live in the United States if you don't have the money. I don't know how some people live like New York with the rent as high as it is, and it's like Jesus Christ, people pay thousands and thousands of dollars just to stay in a little ass apartment. Mine's about 1,000. It's just a 1 bedroom. I got a decent sized kitchen, living room, and bathroom. But other than that, it's just a small apartment. But like I say, it's about $1,000, and so it's like all these other states and shit. They got like it pretty rough when it comes to their rent and other stuff. But there's a couple of other countries I'd like to go visit, but I wouldn't want to go live there. It's probably about 1,000. I'm thinking because I don't know what I pay a certain amount per month for my rent, and then it's like but the total amount I think is close to like 950, close to a grand, just for for a small apartment. The neighbors upstairs had their shit redone before somebody moved in there, and they're charging like $1,200-$1,300 a month for that, just because they put in new hardwood floors and that shit. It's like, I asked about moving in there when the people had moved out and they started redoing it, and I asked her what the rent was more, and she says, "Oh yes, a lot more." My landlords, they're all right, but they don't want to get involved in any bullshit with tenants. Even if it's legal issues where they should get involved, it takes about 30 times of the cops being called at a certain point and threatening to get in touch with the mayor before they'd actually get off their ass and do something about that. They will fix stuff, but they won't fix neighborhood quarrels with your neighbors. I've had some interesting interactions with neighbors I've had. I have a hard time biting my tongue, and I just keep it real. That one night when these drunk dudes, that's why I've come back here. Get away from the drunks that were living next door to me. They were making my life a living fucking hell, and I needed a break where I was going to kill the motherfuckers, and I ain't kidding. I was just to my breaking point. I was ready to snap. I was too much no nights with sleeping while they're yeehawing it up and fighting because they're just shit faced drunk, stealing shit, breaking in cars, breaking windows, just chucking beer bottles at people's cars. I mean, it was just the most unreal shit that these were so called adults that they were doing. Just acting like little children. Not paying their bills, so they got evicted. And it was last night the one dude was there. It was just, he's hanging out his window screaming, "My help, I've been assaulted." And it was just such a bad night. I was so glad that dude left. Yep. After I pay all my fucking bills, I got a few $100 left over, and it's like, it's just like, God damn, it's just, that sucks. But I was reading somewhere or heard some shit where they were like, if you focus on tomorrow and just hope tomorrow's going to be so much better, you'll never pay attention to where you're at now, and instead of just worrying about tomorrow, worry about today and just enjoy it as much as you can. I guess it made me start looking at things a little bit different, but I still, it just, I wish things were a little bit better for me, but it's all good. As long as I'm happy and shit, I guess that's all that matters. Back, front, back. Dig shit is back. Back in black. About to start this damn fire. The only time my problems have gone away is if I just face them. That's the only way I live. I can't, I worry too much about shit, so I just take care of stuff before it becomes a problem. Tonight I'm gonna make me a steak and eggs. I was thinking when I come out here, I should have brought a couple potatoes. I could make steak and potatoes. Then I need sour cream. I'll stop at the store anyway, so that wouldn't have been an issue. Can't believe how much stuff is in the store now. It's amazing. Just as simple as shit as like close to everything is like wants to be like $5 now, and it don't matter how small it is. And things we've been paying $5 for now, it's like smaller portions, and but now they're still trying to charge more. And the food we eat so processed. All this bioengineered food product bullshit. I hate seeing that on the back of products that I eat. I really hate seeing that. But it's on everything, especially all the junk food, Oreo, anything Oreo, Chips Ahoy, just any junk food bullshit like that. I don't think candies it falls in that category, but that junk food kind of cookie shit, yeah, it's all bioengineered food products, and so is Hostess. Everything Hostess has is all bioengineered food products. It's like one company got away with it, so then all of a sudden now everybody wants to do it. It's just like how they started putting soy and everything, making stuff that was actually wasn't too bad, and they started adding soy to it, and it makes it greasy and just nasty as fuck. So most of the food we eat isn't natural, unless you go to a butcher and you kind of know what you're getting. Yeah, I can't stand that oil. It's just it makes everything oily. And I know it's like there was a Save a Lot. I used to get these Minios and meatballs. I was getting them for years and shit. I was, and one time I opened up and the top of it's just layered in grease. I'm like, what is that from? And I'm like, never had seen that before. And all of a sudden, from that point on, it was always like that. It's like I don't know if baby food that they're giving us it doesn't have enough protein and stuff in it. So now they got to add shit to it to make our food so we can consume it and get something out of it. I'm not talking about food. Oh, because I want talking about my steak I'm gonna make later. Ah, fudge. I guess I should get a fire going now. Trying to wait till it's getting a little bit more darker. It's just getting chilly. I'm cold. Somebody got a Bluetooth speaker over there. I think they're in the woods. Which sounds like they are. God damn. My diet. It's amazing how much chicken I consume compared to like in the past. I ate a lot more beef and hamburgers. Eat hamburgers every month. I'd eat a steak every month. I'd get pork chops. I'd get ribs and all this shit. And it's like, whoa, man. It's like all of a sudden it started costing so much money that then you find these little prepared meals. That some of them aren't that bad. But some of them are terrible. Our frozen foods section of food for us humans is, unless you're getting like frozen fish and shit like that. But yeah, it's like our system for food in our country is definitely a little rough around the edges. I know. It's like I talk to a lot of people. As I never judge anybody anymore. It's just like everybody seems to be struggling in their own way. Some way, shape, or form, somebody's struggling. Most people won't admit it, but a lot of people would needs a little help once in a while. Shit, my family, they've did so much for my sister. My sister's a piece of shit. They've bought her multiple cars, bailed her out of all kinds of debt when it comes to bills she wasn't paying. It's just like they've never in my entire life of 51 years of being alive. It's gonna be 52 July 31st. Woo, 52. I'm an old motherfucker and I hate it. But yeah, they did all this shit for my sister. I wrecked my car back in April of last year, and my stepdad hasn't once tried to help me get into another vehicle. And it's sad that vehicle I had, it was so nice, man. The engine and training only got like 30,000 miles on it. They're actually worth like a few grand if I sold those out of it, but I'm just hoping I'm going to stumble onto a donor vehicle or some vehicle that I can put that engine and training and all the other shit from it. I was GMC Terrain. I couldn't believe that was the only wreck I ever got into in my fucking life. Oh, because and I admitted to it because I looked down at my cell phone for a split damn second, and this car had come across 3 lanes to switch into the lane that I was coming into. And I didn't. There was nobody there when I first looked up, and then my phone rang. Looked down, and it's all of a sudden smash into the guy. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, look up, and I'm like, I hit a. What was it? A Charger? It wasn't a Charger. It was like the Charger, but damn, I'm trying to think what was the other one Dodge had. but it was a. I smashed in that motherfucker. He got to drive away, but I sure as hell didn't. I was talking to somebody on the phone. I said, I don't know if it's that bad when the cops in there, and it's total, dude. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, get off the phone. I'm looking like, I'm yelling, fucks, just screaming. All I could do was walk away because I didn't have nobody pick me up. I had to walk to a bus station. As I have days like, I mean, some of these days, like earlier, I lost my backpack and I had a homeless dude help me find it. I really thought that homeless dude took it. I ain't gonna lie. I guess I'm a piece of shit for judging somebody like that, but I put all my stuff down and I walk away, and the next thing I know is when I get to my spot where I'm going to camp, I realize my backpack isn't on my bag. I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, dude, I got hundreds of dollars worth of shit in my backpack, camera gear, trees. I mean, just a lot of stuff. And it was like, I start freaking out. And I'm like, I put all my shit down right over by that dude because he said hello, and I thought I heard somebody talking. So then I started talking to the guy, and I remember putting my chair over my back and walking over his way. And I said, oh, I'm not going to bug you, dude. I'm sorry for, didn't mean to startle you or anything walking through here. I just cut through here sometimes, go camping back in the woods. He's like, oh, you're good, bro. And I walked away. And when I came back, I was like, dude, did you happen to find a backpack over here? And I'm like, dude, I'm just being honest, man. That's like life and death kind of shit. I really need what's in there, insulin, all that kind of shit that I need to survive. I come out here to have fun. I don't come out here to like risk my life. He's like, well, I didn't see your backpack, dude. I'm like, listen, I'll give you $20 if you could help me find this backpack. And he got up immediately and just followed me around, helping, looking everywhere. And he goes, oh, there it is, dude. There it is. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And he goes, oh, that's a tire. Never mind. I'm like, fuck. So it's like I told him, I was like, man, I just don't remember if I took it off when I got off the bus over here and hung it in a tree and was texting somebody. But I thought for sure I put it on my backpack. And he's like, when you walked away, you had a big bag on your back. And it just told me, I'm like, yeah, I had that backpack. How did I take that off and lose it? I just put my shit down like right here. So we come all the way back here where I had all my shit. And I'm like, oh, I don't see it. We looked around here. Then I followed all my tracks all the way back to where I started. And my backpack was hanging in the tree. My stomach sank when I couldn't find my backpack. That's one of my biggest worries out here, losing my phone and my freaking backpack. There's only, yeah, a couple of things that panic. I instantly go into panic mode. It happened 4th of July when they decided to take me home at the last minute. So I'm like just grabbing all my shit, putting it away. I'm on my way home and I pat my pockets and I'm like, oh shit, where's my phone? I'm like, I thought I just had my phone. I got in this truck. I was like, I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't see it. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm like, my stepdad's like, wait a minute, what's going on? I'm like, I can't find my phone. I'm like, can you please pull over and call my phone? I said, I thought I brought it in the truck. And when I put it in the truck, it was sitting on next to something, and my stepdad pulled up the center seat so I had more room to sit and knocked my phone behind the seat. But I just go into panic mode off of certain things, just set me off. Way too old to be on here, bro. You're never too old to do anything. Yeah, I hate getting my shit stolen. Fortnite. Yeah, I never. Dude, I'm a gamer, a hardcore gamer. I've been gaming since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I'm 51. I was gaming before the Atari. You can make fun of that shit. I don't give a damn. But I was there when it all started, and I've never once, ever played Fortnite. I've never played Minecraft. I've never played Roblox. Don't play that shit, bro. I'm too grown for that kind of stuff. I've always been playing more mature shit. No Fortnite for me, bro. I don't care what cool characters they got. And it just ain't my cup of tea. Fortnite, that shit's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It says on my Xbox I own it. I was like, I never remember buying that shit. I never would have bought that game. I know I accidentally bought it. I think it was a basketball or baseball game. I was thinking about switching to PlayStation, but now PlayStation don't want to deal with physical copy games anymore, and that kind of sucks because I don't want no digital shit. If you could decide to sell it, you don't have nothing to sell. I am start. It's time to start my fire. Oh, fucking hey, man. Let's get this fire going. Man, come on, you bitch. Don't burn my hand before I can start this damn fire. There we go. Save all my junk mail, paper bullshit. I'm gonna bring it out here to start my fires with. You guys are here for the christening of the fire. So hopefully I don't get smoked out tonight. I've never camped over here, so I don't know which way the wind usually blows at night. Looks like I'll be alright. Everything's a little bit wet from all the rain we had yesterday. This is what I call relaxation. Oh, damn. Still coughing from that drag. Whew. Well, it's nice we had some people stopping in tonight and sparking a little conversation. I don't care where conversations go and shit. There's a couple topics I kind of stray away from just because people seem to get upset about politics and religion. I don't really talk about it. It just frustrates me when I don't know, it seems like we can't get along. It just doesn't make any sense because I don't know what point that started. Because I remember growing up, it was like there was Republicans and there was Democrats, and we all just kind of like had our own opinion. That was it. Nobody hated each other. Now it's just like, fuck, man, Republicans and Democrats just hate each other. So I said, I don't know when all that started, but it's like the one looks at the other as being this evil. It's like each side has its own ups and downs. So religion, I don't really care too much about talking about that. That doesn't really bother me as much. About other shit, tranny shit, LGBTQ bullshit. That's one thing I can't stand. I shouldn't even have said that because there's some trolls gonna see this bullshit. Poke my fire. I'm always good at getting a fire going, so I haven't had a fire out here that I have not been able to get going. Even if it be raining, I still have a fire going out here. I'll start putting some kindling on there, even though that's all that's on there so far. Who else out there enjoys sitting around a nice campfire, telling tales and scary ghost tales? Y'all want to sit around a fire? I'm gonna tell y'all some ghost stories. Ghost stories, live edition. Well, the fire's gonna get roaring here at some point because there's a plastic bottle under all that shit and some saran wrap. So once this stuff starts burning, it's gonna take off like a bat out of hell. Excuse me. I should go over and say hi to that homeless guy. I just feel a little awkward. I show up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, homeless guy, are you up and awake? So there's your live, everybody. Live on the scene with K-Dog. K-Dog's in the house. Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a whoop whoop? For all my juggalos, my juggalettes out there. I should be alright tonight with the smoke. I was thinking the fire being that close was going to be an issue with it. It's going to get in the lower 50s tonight. It'll be perfect. Make sure I don't lean forward and fall in the motherfucker, because 3-4 trips ago, maybe. Yeah, it was about. Yeah, I did right over the. Yeah, it was probably about 3-4 trips ago. Being out here, I rolled forward and smashed my head. Or no, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I had my head was all scabbed up, and people was like, "You all right, man?" Hello, how am I? I'm just fine, and how are you doing? Cristiano Ronaldo. Welcome. Sitting around a campfire tonight, hanging out. Decided to go live for a little bit, bring you guys along. People are used to my live. Welcome back. If you've never been here, welcome. Do a lot of crazy shit on my channel. A lot of camping related videos. But I try to go out and have fun and cause hell on the camping. As much as I can legally get away with. To me, it's like just so peaceful sitting around a fire here in the crackle. And I wanted to come over here because tonight I'll be able to hear the frogs since I'm right next to the creek and the swamp. I didn't get bit by one mosquito the whole day. I didn't have to put on a single drop of bug spray. I don't get it. Sometimes I'll be out here and the mosquitoes will just be terrible. So I think when it's chilly out, they don't come out. And I always wonder where the mosquitoes go when it's cold. Where do those mosquitoes go when it's cold outside? Always want to know. My brain works differently than yours. That's okay with me because I forgot I got my mic on. I'm humming dumb shit. Y'all can hear it. Hey, maybe I should do some ASMR shit and give me an apple and just start eating it. You like that, everybody? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not so sorry. I'm just fucking with y'all. Is any other campers in here? Or am I like the only one who kind of gets into this kind of stuff? Okay, that's cool. Say hi to Speed, huh? Damn it. I got my fucking camera gimbal, but if I don't know how to use it. If I use YouTube Live, if the camera gimbal will work the way it's supposed to. Kind of experimenting with it. It's was a buddy of mine donated to try to help my videos look a little bit better, and it's gonna help a lot. But it was just something new I had to learn how to use and operate. Fuck is my tubes? Where is my tubes at? Oh, I'm getting hungry. Getting hungry. I may make some beef stew. Come out here and make some beef. I made chili a little while back, but it turned out fucking terrible. The beans didn't cook. I should have cooked the beans longer, but I cooked that shit for about 2 hours, and the beans were. I don't know. I thought they were kidney beans. Maybe there was the wrong brand of kidney beans that I got, and they just didn't cook well. But I didn't think it really mattered. Kidney beans from one brand to another. I mean, I guess getting peas, because if I buy peas, if I get the like generic ones and shit, a lot of times they have like it's almost like creamed peas. But then if you buy like Jolly, I'm trying to think of the name, Green Giant or whatever the hell those brands are, they'll have like it's all nice and perfect and pretty. So it does, I guess, matter buying one kind of vegetable to the other. I like making chicken soft tacos out here. That's another one that's not too bad. Man, I made ribs out here. Oh, that was so good. I had like a half a pack of ribs left over from when I made them out here, left at home, and it was like I made a decision that I was going to go out there during the day and make lunch and eat ribs again. So I walked all the way back here in the middle of the woods and cooked me some ribs. Sat there and boiled them for probably, hell, it was almost an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And I lathered them bitches up with some Sweet Baby Ray's, put them on the flames, and it was so good. Definitely was a good meal to make. It's a little involved, especially when you got to boil your ribs. I mean, you don't have to boil your ribs. Everybody just kind of like told me it was the best way to cook them, and I've never made ribs before, so I just kind of listened to them. But yeah, that boiling part does get them nice and tender, because they felt they were falling apart in my mouth. Nice and tender. Trying to think of anything else. I like barbecuing when I'm out here. I bring my little barbecue top and throw it over top the fire, and I just think the taste of food being cooked over flames is so much better than like sitting in a pan. I mean, if you're gonna cook certain foods and you gotta baste it and you gotta like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of shit, then yeah, it makes more sense to cook it on a stove top in a pan. But especially when it comes to meat, it's like, oh man, I just gotta give me a flames. A little bit of salt, pepper, seasonings, Lowry. It's gotta be Lowry seasoning salt. No other brand will do. Oh great, I got all this smoke just blowing in my face. That's fucking lovely. That is lovely. I love that shit. Love not being able to breathe. Damn smoke. Now I gotta get my fire going again. Yeah, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Like I said, after it rained yesterday, I was lucky to get the wood that I did get. And it's all nice and dry, so. Even some of the pieces that were kind of questionable, once you cut them up and stack them and air starts to get to them, they dry off a lot faster. Nah, I will never give up. I said I'm getting older, but I'm not old. I'm still me. certain parts of me ache and shit like that, but I'm just still upstairs in my head. I'm just still me. And as long as I'm still me, I'll just keep on going. I'll keep coming out here. As long as I can do it, I will. The day that I can't realize that I can't come out here and do what I do, or I take 40, 50 pounds of camping gear and lug it through the woods way to bumfuck Egypt. Spent for half hour, 45 minutes to an hour just walking to your location. Takes a lot out of you. Even a young buck would struggle a little bit to get around some of these places that I walk through. It's just rough, but I love it. I love getting out here and seeing nature, and especially if I get lucky and see like a deer and get to interact with it. Oh, gotta put some wind on this fire. Let's see here. Excuse me. I hate when my fire fucking goes out, man. Yeah, I'll put some paper on it. It's just smoky as hell. I ain't gonna lie, that's terrible. That fucking smoke, man. Burn my eyeballs. Come on. Trying to do everything one-handed. I'm not ripping up this paper to put on the fire, and it's already decided it's gonna burn on its own. You're on the look of any new subscribers that decide to hang around and check out some of my other content. A little video for a little video for everybody. I try to keep them a little spicy, keep them new, go new locations, that kind of shit. But sometimes I'll find a spot that's really nice and go there a few times. Like this spot's not, I really like it, but I'm too close to the other homeless people. I don't want to bother them, especially when I'm lighting off fucking M100s that would wake the dead. I'm trying to think today's guy said I think it's Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. That's what happens. You get old, and some days you start running into each other. Every day's the same as the other one. It's like Groundhog Day. Except it's not a movie, you're like actually living it. We're just part of the system, yo, man. We're not even really here, man. Don't even get me started on that talk, man. Like, whoa, dude, man. We can talk about that kind of stuff, man. Space. Space is what it really is, space. What's on the outside of space. That's the topic I would like to talk and engage with people on space. That's somewhere that I always wanted to go. I'm not gonna lie, it was like the one thing in life I did want to try to do is go to space, but financially it's just too much money. There are corporations that offer trips to like the outer edge of Earth where it is weightlessness, but it's not like space. But man, I just feel like I was born in the wrong time frame. I watch all these sci-fi movies, and I'm like, man, that should be me. I would love to have been like a pilot. That was another thing I started thinking about, man. If I would have thought about it growing up, should have gotten to the military and become a pilot. Because I think with my hand-eye coordination, and I'm so good with like especially like peripheral vision. I'm just really good at my knowing my surroundings. So I think I would have made a pretty good pilot. Boom, 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 boom. Boopity boop 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 bop 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 wah. Hey, yo. I'm singing for likes, yeah. Sing along with me now, okay? Everybody now. Break it down now. Word. It'd be so relaxing. Just kind of put a channel on like this. It's just like face to the fire the whole night. And you just for hours. You can just stare at that like you're sitting around the fire yourself. I gotta start going. I like doing the vertical lives because if I go horizontal, it's a little harder to see the messages. They kind of like pop up and then disappear. At least with the vertical lives, I can see everybody's message that's in the chat. Hanging out in the chat, yo. Where's my moderators at, yo? I seen one come in earlier. He come in. He's like, bye. See you, bye. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. I'm an old man. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. It's 8 o'clock. I'm just fucking with you, bro. You know who I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Now you can see my ugly face. Maybe with powering up the lights to get my lighting going a little bit better here in a minute. One day, somebody's gonna write a book about my life. Maybe that somebody will be me. But the amount of shit I've been through in my lifetime, all the times I should have died, I could write a book. Don't know how many people would read it, but I could write a book about my. Anybody can write a book. Even if you can't spell, you can still write a book. But you know, it's like I don't know. Some of us have had good lives, easy lives, where things just kind of came to you, and then there's other people that struggled and had to work to get what they got, and some of us lost a lot over the years. But you know, if we just as long as we don't lose ourselves, then that's all that matters. I mean, it was tricky. That's one thing that I have learned over the years is growing up that I didn't know as much as I thought I did, and I should have listened more to certain people when it came to them giving me advice. So I admit my faults when it comes to decisions I made when I was younger. Like I said, all those mistakes I made, I used as like learning experiences. So I kind of looked at that as not a mistake. I mean, it is in general, especially if it costs you money, but a mistake, a learning is still a learning experience. If you don't learn anything from it, then you're ignorant. Like I said, every mistake I've ever made, I've learned from, and that's, I guess, how I've got to where I am in life. I don't have like the nicest things and shit. I got a couple of things that I like. You know, I like my video games and shit, but I don't like the fact that my new cat knocked my $700 Xbox on the goddamn floor while I was gone camping. I come home. Yeah, I didn't tell y'all that my Xbox quit working. I love my new cat, man. I love that little mother. Oh, this cat is crazy, yo. I'm gonna kick on a light for a minute, even if I'm only gone live for a few more. Give him a little more light on the situation. This smoky ass fire. Man, see, I thought I was gonna get away with not having smoke in my face tonight at all, but nope. It don't matter where I have a fire, I always end up with smoke in my face. It's nice I just found my bowl on the ground in the dirt. Yeah, that's how I'd like to get my bowl all nice and dirty. Some people have resin in their bowls. I have dirt. I love smoky fires. I'm gonna get a tattoo on my shoulder. It says, I heart smoky fires. And I heart firewood. Yeah, I'll be walking somewhere and I'm looking like, that's a good piece of firewood. Well, I hope everybody had a wonderful time stopping by tonight, man. Here's give you a nice salute to all y'all. Enjoy the interactions with all kinds of people out of country. It don't matter, man. You guys are great. I haven't had too many issues with people in here, and even when they come in trolling, once you start talking to them or something, it's like, yo, bro, I'm a troll myself. I'll troll a few people that deserve this shit, and I won't even drop their names to the people I troll because, like I said, they're most likely people that if you've trolled yourself. It's just there's people out there that are literally pieces of shit, and it's just they're like a cancer. But yeah, I had a little bit of people stop by, and that was nice. Let's say I appreciate all the support I got, and I'll always be making this kind of material if you guys enjoy the outdoorsy kind of stuff. Like I said, I keep it all kind of basic, and I feel like I'm cheating if I bring too many niceties camping. I mean, I got a battery pack that I can recharge my phone like 3.5 times, which is awesome. I got 2 rechargeable flashlights that are nice, but they're on max power. They only last an hour. Terrible. You're like, all of a sudden you're talking, all of a sudden, wait a minute, and it just shuts off, and you're like, that's nice. Bye-bye, light. I like when I get the nice red glow. Makes me look evil. Look into my eyes, my fiery eyes. If you're a hot woman, get a hold of me. 1-800-SEXY Camping with Keith. Call me anytime. It's nice fire now and shit. Got a few pieces around the outside edge. They were a little damp. They're not real big pieces anyways. I just figured I'd put them next to the fire and let them warm up a little bit. I got a feeder log over there that I can use tonight. I got another one over here on the hill that I cut part of it off. Before I leave, if I don't use them pieces, I'm going to have to prop them up against a tree. That way I can take them and use them some other place or come back to this spot. I'll probably dismantle my fire pit when I leave. I just feel I don't like leaving all these nice fire pits because then it's like it makes people just like want to. I don't like the fact that there's 2 homeless people living back here because all the years I've been coming back here, there was like I was the only person back here. I mean, I'm talking like the only person. I'd be back here, and you might hear some kids or something come back here and play. But yeah, you didn't ever see homeless people out here and shit. And you could just like walk around. I mean, I always used to joke around. I like to walk around buck naked and I wouldn't even have a problem in this place. It's like, yeah, no, now. Get myself a hot chick back here and just lay her down on a nice little blanket and whisper sweet nothings into her ear. It's a hubba hubba. I try to keep my lives a little, they're not racy, but they're kind of R-rated. So I just warn people about the lives especially. But I also make it so no kids, it's asked if kids can watch my material. And I don't think I ever have put yes on one of my videos. I'd feel terrible if a kid started cussing and shit around this mom. Where the hell did you learn that from? I learned it from watching Camping with Keith. I want to learn it from watching Camping with Keith. He taught me what the fuck. I didn't know that was a bad word, mommy. So I don't even want to hear that shit. Some parents bitching at me about my content. You know, you got kids watching this. Nope. I don't care if that would get me a shit ton of views and make me go viral. I just don't even want to deal with it. If I ever go viral, it'll be for all the right reasons. That's why I feel like there's so many people trying to push that issue of becoming the next greatest thing and you get rich overnight kind of shit. It's like, I like take my time, sit back, relax. Life like moves by pretty fast, especially as you get older. It seems like each day is just like getting faster and faster, just getting closer and closer to the end line. I'm like 52. I always tell my mom, yeah, if I live till my 90s, my mom's like, you're not gonna live till your 90s. I'm like thinking like my grandma was like 93 fucking years old. All my other relatives lived to their 90s or late 80s and shit. Just because I've like my body was not well taken care of in the earlier years doesn't mean my body's still. I got myself back into shape. Hell, I used to come out here when I remember when I first started coming out here. It would be so hard, not hard, but it would be difficult to carry all my gear. Now, when I carry my gear from where I live, I mean, even if I had a car, I'd still have to take the bus because I can't park my car over here in camp. I had to take like 4 breaks in between when I left my house and got to the bus stop. Now it's like I do take one break every time I get to this one spot. I just kind of put my bags on for a second, catch my breath, and just pick on up and keep on going. Dust yourself off. Just trying to get back on my feet. Well, I like to keep my lives about an hour long. We're sitting on about an hour and 2 minutes now. I want to say thanks to all the people that stopped by tonight. If you guys subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that. Trying to get my count up there. I said if I can get my count up to 1,000, I'm going to eat one of them hot ass peppers that I've never ate anything hotter than a jalapeno. So on my thousandth subscriber, I swear on the Holy Bible, oh God, I will eat a Carolina Reaper pepper. Plain simple, whole pepper. I will eat the whole damn thing. So, yeah, a little ways to go. Almost 600 and some more subscribers. So, not even to the halfway mark. But yeah, once I hit my 1,000, that's going to be a big mark for me. And I'm going to definitely get me a little bit, little hot peppers and put myself through the ringer for you guys. But until then, I hope everybody stays safe, stay blessed, has a wonderful night. And maybe I'll catch you guys in the next live, or you guys watch my videos. Just leave a comment or something. I always return the comments and interact with everybody that wants to have a conversation with me. I'm not antisocial. So I will see you guys on my next adventure, or I will see you guys on my next live. Till then, you guys stay safe. Once again, stay blessed. I love all y'all, and you guys take it easy. Love, peace, chicken grease. Peace out, mother. Beep, 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 beep.